The case of the vanishing houses. At 3:17 a.m., the security camera blinked. That blink lasted less than a second, just long enough for a house to stop existing. When the camera feed came back, the street was still. The street light hummed. A stray cat crossed the road. But where a two-story family home had stood for over 40 years, there was nothing. No rubble. No fire scars. No warning signs. Just an empty rectangle of bare earth, as if the house had been carefully lifted out of reality. By sunrise, the neighborhood was screaming. Police cordoned off the area, expecting to find evidence of an explosion or an illegal demolition. Instead, they found flower beds still intact, garden hoses neatly coiled, and a mailbox standing alone with the family's name still painted on it. The grass beneath the missing house had never seen sunlight before, pale, fragile, untouched. The family was safe. They had been away for the weekend. Their home was gone. Before we dive into the main story, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification button for more interesting video like this. At first, authorities treated it as an isolated incident. A bizarre crime, surely, but explainable. Maybe an advanced demolition crew. Maybe corruption. Maybe a cruel prank involving heavy machinery. Then another house vanished. Different city. Same time window. Same impossible precision. Neighbors reported no noise. No engines. No vibrations. No alarms. One woman swore she had been awake all night with insomnia, staring at her window. Nothing passed, nothing moved, nothing sounded wrong. Yet by morning, the house across from hers had disappeared, leaving behind a children's bicycle lying on its side, as if its rider had simply evaporated. Investigators began noticing a pattern. The vanished homes all belonged to families tied to unresolved legal battles, property disputes, inheritance wars, zoning conflicts frozen in court for years. Homes no one could legally touch, but someone clearly had. Inside one empty lot, detectives found something chilling, a single light switch half buried in the soil, still in the on position. In another, a staircase imprint pressed into the ground, as though gravity itself remembered the house, even if the world no longer did. Insurance companies panicked. City officials went silent. Construction permits showed nothing. Satellite images revealed a terrifying detail: the houses were present at midnight, and completely absent by dawn. No transitional phase. No debris trail. Just a clean erasure. Then came the voicemail. A man in Ohio returned from a business trip to find his home missing. Standing in the empty lot, shaking, he checked his phone and found a message sent at 3:18 a.m. from his own landline. The message was nothing but 30 seconds of silence, followed by a faint mechanical hum, and then a click. Experts were called in: engineers, criminologists, even military contractors. Some whispered about experimental tech. Others about coordinated crime rings with resources no one wanted to acknowledge. A few investigators quietly resigned after seeing classified files they were never meant to access. And then, just as suddenly as the houses vanished, the disappearances stopped. No arrests. No explanations. No official closure. Until 6 months later, when a surveyor working outside the city noticed something wrong with his equipment. The ground beneath an empty field was hollow, far deeper than it should have been. When they drilled down, the bit struck wood. Perfectly painted. Perfectly preserved. A wall. Standing upright. As if the houses hadn't been destroyed at all. But moved. And somewhere, deep beneath the earth, or somewhere no map dares to reach, entire neighborhoods might still be standing, lights frozen on, rooms intact, waiting for someone to finally knock on a door that no longer exists. Because the most terrifying question was no longer how the houses vanished, but why they were taken whole. Want more stories like this? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our story, because this is just getting started.